We got lots and lots of reports, folks. It's insider information overload today, so you're going to want to hang on all the way to the end. There's a lot of information you really need, a lot of eye-popping information. We have a war on coal. It is shutting down not only mines, but we're hearing more and more coal trains are running empty right now. We have huge change and uptick of demand at food banks across the United States and food pantries. We have 911 centers replacing their tornado sirens with attack sirens. You need to be hearing this as well. We have a big downturn also happening at fulfillment centers like Amazon and Walmart. People are spending less money. And this is going to impact all of us very soon. We got a lot to cover, so we're going to jump right into it. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade, and these are your updates. Please do keep sending them in. If you have information that you need to keep your name off of or send anonymously, please do just email me directly at poplarpreparedness@gmail.com. If you want to just pop a regular comment, just reply any one of the videos on this channel, use the word update somewhere in there to get to the right place. We do want to thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. They make these things possible. They do a fantastic job helping people get out of retirement plans in stocks and bonds and other risky things into physical gold, physical silver, physical platinum. If you want to get some more information, there'll be a link at the end of the video. All right, so this is from Brad. The coal trains from the past few months here in southwest Missouri by the east-west BNSF tracks. None. No coal trains. Have not seen any coal trains. Am worried, supposed to be seeing several per week. None in the past 6 months. Beginning to think they are just running empty cars back and forth now. All the trains' boxcars sound empty, making a different sound when the train is full. You can feel it when it's full. Can't hardly feel the trains anymore. Makes me think they are empty. I live less than 500 yards from the tracks. We couple that up with a report that just happened, was it yesterday or the day before, about coal plants in West Virginia being shut down because there's no trains to take them out. So we got empty rail cars for coal, not moving coal, and then we have plants being shut down because they don't have rail cars to take the coal anywhere. Basically, this war on coal has come home. This is from a viewer in Lower Michigan. My wife works for the local 911 dispatch center in our county. Okay, Michigan, right? As everyone knows, each dispatcher has 6+ computer screens at their desk. Each screen serves its own purpose. Well, on one screen, something was changed. There was a button for a tornado siren, but now the button reads something else, and this is for the siren, I might add. The word that is now in its place reads attack, per FEMA. So FEMA has changed this so that they now have an attack button or an attack siren. The air raid sirens no longer are just to warn of impending tornadoes, but rather that an attack is underway. Friends, are you paying attention yet? We need to all be paying attention. As they say, something huge is coming, and they're going to allow it to happen for political gain and greed. It's all about making sure the elite bloodlines continue with wealth, more wealth than you can even imagine. But we have to take a stand at some point. Take that for what you will, friends. Let us know down in the comments what you think of that. Is that normal? Maybe you have insider information on this. Is FEMA pushing something here? Is the country being prepared just like they were prepared before the cough went around? All the wargaming. It's amazing how these people seem to know what's coming before it comes, and yet they don't do anything to stop it. This is from American. I have multiple Chase business accounts. One got compromised and has been having fraudulent ACH transactions trying daily to withdraw money. So someone's trying to use the account number to get money every single day. After the first $2,300 loss, we installed a daily check on every transaction. Daily efforts to get more money happen. Chase keeps shrugging and saying it's just expected. After 2 weeks of this, we got hit with a fake check, another $1,200 that Chase had to eat the loss on. No sense of emergency on their end. How often and how much are they losing if this is how they're treating these type of frauds? Well, if they're not stopping criminal behavior like crossing the border, they're not stopping criminal behavior like stealing stuff from stores, they're not stopping criminal behavior like violently attacking police officers, why would you think that they'd care about bank fraud? Asked if we should get a new bank account number, Chase said, sure, but it probably wouldn't do a whole lot of good. Really? Really? Wish I was made of money like these people. I wish I was made of so much money that people can be stealing thousands and thousands of dollars and you go, it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. That'd be nice. Skate says, my husband works in construction. He was working at a GM plant retrofitting for electric vehicles. Yeah, we know where this is going, don't we? Project is behind schedule. Hours were to be 60 hours per week. 2 weeks in, he was cut down to 50 hours per week. Okay. A month later, cut down to 40 hours per week. What's going on? And now rumors of layoffs. Rumor is they can't get the industrial machinery. It's on back order. Also, there was a big project lined up for the government to build an EV battery recycling plant. Project was underway, then it was shut down. Local news saying the company is reassessing due to being over budget. Everything's over budget these days, isn't it? This viewer from Albany, New York. I'm Floyd. I work for Amazon warehouse, about 3 years so far. They fired and sent home 200 workers yesterday due to not having enough work. Products on the line are way less than they were last week. We process usually about 10,000 products a day. We're down to 5,000 products per day. That's half the production. Lots of layoffs lately at our facility and very little products getting distributed. Also, the local stores are really struggling and extremely spotty and low on grocery, and the 2 Walmarts in my area are very poorly stocked and in trouble. I'm waking up now. I hate what I'm experiencing. Friends, each job is not secure. No job is secure right now. People are spending less money, which means companies are making less money. If you're working for a company, if you're working for a small business, if they're making less money, that means they're going to have to start making choices about staffing as well. Let's talk about ATMs, shall we? This is a viewer from York County, Pennsylvania. ATMs in every Rutter's convenience store I could find are all down. That would be probably privately run ATMs or potentially through one of the banks. They have signs on doors when asked. They are saying that they were told that the ATM company is doing some kind of system reboot. Strange thing about it, they've been down for over a week now. I just went into my local Rutter's an hour ago. There was an ATM repairman working on it, and he was on the phone with his company. I overheard him saying, I did what you told me, new codes are not working, and I can't get this thing back online. Why are we suddenly having all these problems with ATMs and banks, friends? Just asking the question. Speaking of banks, Plain Boxer, our credit union in northeast Wisconsin, has live tellers inside the building. The drive-thru has video screens that shows a teller physically all the way over in western Wisconsin. The drive-thru only spits out $50 bills and lower denominations. No $100 bills. So the price on everything is going up. So the value of $100 bills is basically what a $50 bill was 4 or 5 years ago. Okay? People don't want to hear that, but that's what's happening. Okay? You might dispute and say, 10 years ago. Or maybe if you're really, really optimistic and you believe all the government propaganda, maybe 20 years ago. So our bills are becoming worth less, and yet suddenly they can't give us $100 bills anymore. Just 50s and lower denominations. The teller didn't know why. This is a viewer from South Bend, Indiana. My wife and I went to our local bank, our mortgage holder, to seek a home equity loan. In 2021, just 30 months ago, we purchased our home at $275,000 with a $55,000 down payment. Also, we put in another $112,000 into the home during this time on renovations. Want to know what our house is now worth? $220,000. They bought it for $275,000. It's now worth $220,000. And that's not even to take into account their renovations didn't add any value to the house at all, apparently. We've lost approximately $180,000 in home equity in just 30 months. Or another way to put it, $6,000 each month. I suggest each of homeowners do the same. It's free. So what you can do is you can go in and you can apply for a home equity loan, and they'll tell you how much they think your house is worth. It's free and gives you some idea of how much your home has been stolen from you so far. The Last Pirate says criminal invaders are being dropped off here in Atlanta every day. The airport houses them for 24 hours, and most without photo ID. That's concerning. And then they are shuffled off to somewhere else. A few people I know have had their food stamps cut since the invasion began. Now, a family of 6 had theirs cut from $1,300 a month months ago to $300 a month now. That's a family of 6. I don't receive them myself, but a close relative up in Pennsylvania is having a hard time due to this. It's Americans' money. We should have some say where it goes. But hey, if you want to make lots of money, just cross the southern border and you start getting all sorts of free handouts, right? But there's no money for Americans who are struggling. Isn't that convenient? Real Talk says, yes, Ohio is wasting so much rich soil for solar fields. This is from Alger, Ohio, McGuffey, Ohio areas. Seen a turbine that caught fire. I know, it's amazing how green these windmills are, and yet they're always catching fire and blowing up and absolutely crazy. I mean, when's the last time you saw a coal fire plant explode and catch fire? Yeah, that doesn't really happen, does it? But yet, not too hard to find. It was a couple months ago. I went on a YouTube binge on windmills on fire. It's quite spectacular. If you like fireworks, you may enjoy watching windmills on fire, because when they're under extreme heavy wind load, if their brakes stop working, they start spinning really, really fast, and then the engine housings catches on fire. I mean, it's not like it doesn't happen. It's like it happens pretty frequently. And the results are quite spectacular. And it can start ground fires pretty bad too. I am a real estate professional in Ohio. Yes, our land is being sold, and it's being sold off to not being farmland anymore. Tanya says, West Yorkshire in the UK. I went shopping at one of my local Aldis yesterday. The green tea was suddenly 100% more expensive. And you don't do that to folks in the UK, okay? The store brand was at 69 pence for 40 tea bags and has been missing in action for weeks, and it's been replaced at twice the price. Eggs were almost wiped out with just a few of the smaller, more expensive cartons left. It's not just egg problems in the United States. Everywhere the green agenda goes forth, Eggs get more expensive. Why is that? Well, friends, there's a lot of theories going around about that. Why would they want to make eggs go away? They're complete nutrition, and it makes us dependent upon chickens or livestock, right? And there's that. And then there's some health benefits that are unique to eggs that definitely had some things to do with the cough, if you want to go on a little Google search yourself on that. All right, so eggs in the UK, difficult to find. Extra virgin olive oil was well stocked, but now it's gone up to 539 pounds a liter. Velma says, I do the deposits for my small company in West Georgia. I have noticed that the banks are not pulling out the old badly damaged bills. So normally what they do is they bring in your cash, and as they go through the cash, they set aside all the bills that have been heavily worn. They're not doing that anymore. Why is that? Why is that? It's either they're desperate for cash or they're scrapping all the cash. I'm not sure which one's more troubling, but they're doing one of those two. This has been going on for months. Thanks for that report. This is from Raleigh, North Carolina, regarding food. Wegmans in North Raleigh, produce, especially salad stuff, is empty in the areas. But the most noticeable of all, now there's been heavy flooding over in California, and there's been issues down in Florida too with produce. So we've been told already by grocery managers that produce is going to get really scarce in the next 30 days. Okay, most noticeable is all of a sudden, wider floor areas and displays missing, and the baby aisle lacking items and a lot of fronting all over the place. Tea area, empty rows. We're having issues with tea. What's up with that? Dairy lacks many products, too many to list. Trader Joe's right across the road. A lot of space all of a sudden, much wider area, not as many displays, very open, and they're fronting of some products, and all shelving is very condensed. But the kicker is Whole Foods is fronting many things and sparse with so many things in delay and in many products and BJ's as well. So it's not just one store, it's store after store after store, even Whole Foods. This is mentioned in all their stores. Pasture-raised eggs, just 6 cartons in BJ's. Just 6 cartons. That's not very many. And barely any choice in the other stores. Also, BJ's has a lot of empty floor space now and small displays. They advertise sales and products, then you go to the sale and they don't have it at all. Unbelievable. And the prices are going up daily. Love your podcasts. Never miss them, friends. If you're into podcasts, I don't know if you know this, but YouTube actually has a podcast thing feature now. So if you don't want to watch the videos on YouTube, you can actually just listen to them as podcasts. And I have this. I have the weekly videos set up as a podcast, so you can actually just listen to them through that too. That's another option for you if you're just more of an audio person. I know some of you guys listen to this as you drive and stuff like that. You might want to look into YouTube podcasts, but they're available that way. Uncover the Truth says, went to a Walmart in Southeast Tennessee yesterday. Talked to a department lead who I personally know. They were pretty concerned. Hours are being cut. A few of the employees just from that department were sent home after working just a few hours that day. Walmart, cutting hours for people. Interesting. A viewer from a small town in Colorado near Wolf Creek Pass. I've assisted with the food pantry here for over 5 years. The last 6 months, I've seen a huge increase in all kinds of people going to the food pantries. All kinds of folks now. I personally did not take for myself until the very last few months. It's a humbling experience to stand in line to be able to make it with the rising costs of everything. I can tell you as a person with inside knowledge and personal need, there has been a huge shift in the people, or in the kinds of people, needing food pantries. Stock up while you can. It's not going to get better. Pray, prepare, and get right with God. Thank you, Steve. And one final warning here from the UK. The UK just passed a law that punishes anyone who spreads disinformation with prison. Sure hope they don't pass that here, or else I'll go to prison pretty fast, apparently. Of course, it was sold as being for the protection of children online. Isn't it always? For the protection of children. But it reads more like for the protection of the WF, the WEFers, and the globalists. Please remember that they are pushing a similar narrative here in the United States as well, particularly Nikki, who is a WEFer herself. She was a global leadership grad. I don't think she has a chance, a snowball's chance in the fiery place to get the Republican nomination. But remember her role in all this as well. All right, friends, thanks so much for watching. If you want to get some more information from Genesis Gold about what you can do with your retirement accounts, there's a link right there. If you want to check out another video from the channel, there's one right up here. I'll see you over there, or I'll see you guys later. Steve Poplar with the Poplar Report.